fuck did this box office flop predict life in 2025 to a T? Just watch this shit.
You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
This fucker spent his entire life working a job he hated and a slave to the system until the red showed him exactly what he was capable of. And the hard truth is that the same system still exists today. And it is the same reason people like this guy got buried on YouTube for exposing it all. Just watch this shit.
Most people, especially young people, probably don't realize that they're walking around right now at about 55%, maybe 60% of their true state of normal. There is a nutrient, an amino acid, a substrate, a compound, an element missing from their body that if they knew what it was, would make the difference between them being an average person and being a superhuman.
What supplement can I take? Don't end your sentence there, Gary.
So it's called L-theanine.
And if you thought that was fucked up, I'm gonna show you a clip that proves exactly what he was saying. I'll play it right here.
We used a blend of natural caffeine plus L-theanine and B6 and B12 vitamins in each piece.
How long does it take to be effective?
5 to 10 minutes. The people who try our product really love it.
Ryan, I gotta tell you, I am so friggin' hyper right now.
Yes, let's go!
So this is exactly what they were chewing on, and it's called Neuro Gum. It has a special combination of caffeine, L-theanine, and B vitamins. I chew this shit for 5 minutes, and I am completely in the zone. Once it kicks in, it's legit like that movie Limitless. I get so much shit done, it's like nothing exists for 4 hours. I'll be so deep in the flow state that I legit forget to eat. The only problem with this shit is that every time Joe Rogan mentions it on his podcast, they sell out almost immediately. If you still see that link below, it means they're still available. If it's not there, it means it's sold out. So go and grab some while you can.
Did you guys know that there were 3 presidents who were against the COVID vaccine? President of Haiti, the president of Tanzania, and the president of Burundi. Should we ask chatbot GPT whatever happened to those presidents? Yeah, I think we should.
President of Haiti, Jovenel Moïse, was assassinated in July 2021. This event has been investigated and received significant international attention.
Please tell me about the president of Burundi.
President of Burundi, Pierre Nkurunziza, passed away in June 2020. His death was officially attributed to heart failure, although there was some speculation and controversy surrounding the circumstances. His passing marked the end of his 15-year rule over the country.
Can you please tell me about the death of the president of Tanzania?
President of Tanzania, John Magufuli, passed away in March 2021. His death was officially attributed to heart complications, but there was some speculation and discussion regarding the circumstances surrounding his passing. His death marked the end of his presidency in Tanzania.
Hey everyone, we have an important update concerning these strange shipping containers that are dropped off in my town. Not only are these huge industrial grade containers being dropped off in my town and all over America according to the comments, but I noticed something over the past few days. They have like this watchtower container here with bars on the windows. I don't know what is going on. I had to confirm with the stores to make sure they don't know. They have no clue. But people in the comments, they're saying that this could be something more. Maybe even, I don't know, some kind of military container. If you know what's going on, you need to make it clear in the comments or message me personally, because this investigation is still underway and it's been 2 weeks. So why are they here? Why are they all over America?
Was Disney trying to tell us something?
First of all, lad, we've got to get all these medieval ideas out of your head. Clear the way for new ideas. Knowledge of man's fabulous discoveries in the centuries ahead. Now that'll be a great advantage, boy.
Advantage indeed. If the boy goes about saying the world is round, they'll take him for a lunatic.
The world is round? Yes, that's That's right. And it also goes around.
You mean it'll be round someday?
No, it's round now. Man will discover this in centuries to come. And he will also find that the world is merely a tiny speck in the universe.
Universe?
You're only confusing the boy. Well, you can't learn history in reverse. It's confusing enough, for heaven's sakes. All right. Have it your way, Archimedes. You're in charge.
Colombia just found the first piece of alien technology in history, and there's videos to prove it. You gotta see this story. This thing is being called the Buga Sphere. It was found in Colombia last month, and scientists have no idea how it was made. A glowing metallic sphere was caught on camera flying through the sky, descending silently, and then something insane happened. It didn't vanish. It didn't explode. It landed, and someone actually put their hands on it and picked it up. This isn't science fiction. This is real, and it might be the most convincing physical evidence of extraterrestrial technology we've ever had, if you can believe it. Videos started circulating of a floating metal orb glowing with shifting lights hovering low over the ground, no sound, no wings, no visible propulsion, and then it descended. I was gonna call it AI generated, but the way the orb moves and the length of the videos, technology just isn't there yet, so it has to be something else. One guy got so close he actually touched it. He says it was freezing cold, dense, and unlike anything he'd ever seen. At first it weighed about 4.5 pounds, but when taken to a lab it registered 22 pounds. That alone raised eyebrows. It literally didn't change in size, but yet become 5 times heavier out of nowhere. But what scientists found next, that changed everything. The Buga Sphere was analyzed by a private tech company specializing in electromagnetic detection equipment. What they discovered was impossible. The sphere had no visible seams, no welds, no way of opening it, nothing. But it featured a strange black belt, markings resembling unknown symbols, looking like a strange language that doesn't exist. In the middle, it had what might be a quantum chip embedded into its structure, and its surface, when exposed to fire, it doesn't heat up. They put a blowtorch on it and nothing. It didn't burn or get hot. When splashed with water, it evaporates the liquid instantly, but it stays completely cool. It just doesn't seem to make sense. How can you pour water on it and then it evaporates, but then you could just touch it and it's not hot? X-rays revealed internal mechanisms, real components, not random junk. This thing wasn't hollow. It was engineered, designed, built for some kind of purpose. And here's the thing, just before it was handed over to Mexican journalist Jaime Maussan for further study, the team in Colombia received bizarre messages, some polite, some threatening, and one reportedly from Russia offering a deal for the sphere. Then again, I heard Putin isn't easy to make deals with. That's when the decision was made to get it out of Colombia. With official clearance from local authorities, Maussan brought the sphere to Mexico, where it's now under secure analysis. Could it be alien tech, or just a surveillance probe, a UFO from another dimension? Or maybe I just been watching too much Joe Rogan. I don't know. You let me know in the comments what you think. Is it real or not? I'll see you tomorrow.
Y'all, Jerusalem is on fire. And at the same time, it's facing a sandstorm. So they're having two crises at once. They said massive wildfires erupted west of the city. Multiple massive wildfires. As of right now, they say they caught somebody with cotton and lighter fluid, and they think he's the one that started. I don't know. Once again, we having a crazy fire situation. But then on top of that, as you can see over my head, look at the sandstorm, y'all. Do y'all see this shit? So one part of the city is facing massive wildfires, and then you got a sandstorm. Let's just say that person didn't like this fire. What signs will we be looking at? Because to me, that shit seems biblical. I don't know. Y'all let me know down below in the comments on what y'all think going on.
So, you mean we have proof of time travel?
Yeah, and it's absolutely terrifying. Back in 1923, archaeologists opened a sealed tomb in Egypt. What they found inside, it defied logic. A photograph, but not just any photograph. It was dated 1987.
Wait, how's that possible?
Exactly. In the photo, there was a man wearing modern clothes, holding a camera, standing in front of that very same tomb. His name? Elon Huck, a scientist who mysteriously vanished in 1987 while working on a classified government project called Kronos.
Kronos? Like time travel?
That's the thing. The project's goal was to crack time travel, but after Huck disappeared without a trace, they shut the whole thing down. And get this, on the back of the photograph, there was a handwritten message. I tried to stop it, but the loop is inevitable.
The loop? What does that even mean?
Nobody knew until another photograph surfaced in 1980. This time it showed Elon Huck again, but decades older.
Dark side of living in Japan nobody ever talks about. You need to know these things before moving here. You're expected to wear a mask if you're even slightly sick. Even with just a mild cough, people will stare at you in disgust if you're not wearing one. It's not a law, it's just cultural. And honestly, I wish people in the US had that much respect for others. There's basically no stealing here. I once left my laptop and wallet at a cafe, came back an hour later, and it was still sitting right there. Back in the US, my things would have been gone in 5 seconds. It's almost weird how safe it feels here. Healthcare is actually super affordable. I broke my arm last year and only paid $100 out of pocket, including x-rays, surgery, and physical therapy. In the US, I'd be stuck in debt for the rest of my life. The biggest shock? People here don't seem to age. Women in their 50s look like they're in their 30s. I assumed it was genetics or skincare, until a dermatologist told me the real reason: the water. Every showerhead in Japan has a built-in filter. I didn't believe it either, but after a week of using one, my fine lines softened and my skin felt plumper. He explained that chlorine and heavy metals in US tap water damage collagen, dry your skin, and speed up aging. If you're getting one, make sure it has NSF certification. That's why I recommend the Afina filter attachment. It twists onto any shower and purifies the water instantly. Just don't overpay at a store. You can get the exact same one, way cheaper, on TikTok Shop. I left a little orange button below. If you see the cart, it's still in stock. They sell out fast though, so good luck.
Pope Leo XIV, the Disclosure Pope. Pope Leo XIV was born in Chicago in 1955. First American Pope, very funny, trippy. He's the first Pope to ever have deep dish pizza, probably. He's also the first Pope to ever laugh really hard at SNL's Da Bears sketch. He's the first Pope to ever probably shop at Costco. Maybe he's got a Kirkland Rhodes. So how this ties in is that Danny Sheehan, an attorney for the former general counsel at the U.S. Jesuit headquarters in Washington, D.C., whatever that is, in the 1970s, President Carter was President Carter's homie. And as you know, President Carter was big into UFOs because he had a major sighting. President Carter said, hey, Danny Sheehan, go to the Vatican and find out what they know about UFOs, UAP. Apparently the Vatican knows a lot. And this guy is theorizing that this Pope, he's more sciencey, he's more open to, some trippy stuff. I mean, he's like a baby boomer, I guess. So he thinks that this Pope will be an advocate for disclosure. And pretty soon all religious leaders will be disclosing to the public that, yeah, God has other beings out there.
Note noticed the strange expressions of the cardinals when the Pope was announced? There's a huge conspiracy hidden in this. On May 8th, 2025, Cardinal Robert Prevost was elected Pope. He took the name Pope Leo XIV. He became the first American Pope in history. However, when the news of the new Pope was announced, the expressions of the cardinals at the scene raised people's questions. Their reactions were considered somewhat unusual. They didn't seem to show the expected joy and excitement. Some observers believe that this reaction may be related to the power struggle within the Holy See. Prevost's election is seen as a victory for the reformists in the Holy See. This may have triggered the dissatisfaction of the conservatives. In addition, during his tenure as the head of the Curia of the Holy See, Prevost promoted a series of reform measures, including introducing women to participate in the appointment of bishops and so on. These measures may have caused the resentment of some cardinals. After all, Prevost's election broke the long-standing traditions of the Holy See, becoming the first American Pope. To a certain extent, this is a historical breakthrough. Anyway, the result of this election will undoubtedly have a profound impact on the future of the Holy See. Prevost's election signifies that in the context of globalization, the Holy See is seeking broader representation. Behind this may be hidden the complex power struggle within the Holy See and the game between the reformists and the conservatives. In the future, we will continue to pay attention to the dynamics of the Holy See. Let's see how this election will affect the future development of the Holy See.
The more advanced the civilization became, the less they put the work into recording that. There's not a single writing left behind from Atlantis. They didn't do cuneiform writing into stones. They probably had paper, and they probably had digital records.
Digital.
The reason I say that is that we've found some really weird artifacts in the Mediterranean over the last 100 years. There was an artifact found off of Greece that has mechanical components in it that don't make sense.
This is the one Michio Kaku talked about. This was down at the bottom of the Mediterranean.
That's it. Thank you.
Around 1900 or so, there was a shipwreck off the coast of Greece, and divers found an instrument encrusted in coral. It looked like a piece of junk, but when they cleaned it, they realized, no, it's a machine that is 2,000 years old. Then they took x-rays of it, and they realized it's a computer that was supposed to be a gift to Julius Caesar. But the ship sunk, and it was there at the bottom of the Mediterranean for 2,000 years.
Shut up. Are you saying a candy is this powerful?
Exactly. They hid this for centuries and just gave people some harmful lollipop instead.
Man, I saw this go viral on TikTok. They're called nausea lollipops. But here's where it gets wild. This isn't just any candy. It was actually found in an ancient book that's been recently collected again.
So it's from an old remedy book?
Yeah. The book has over 250 natural remedies for all kinds of ailments. Things our ancestors used before Big Pharma took over. And get this, it doesn't just list ingredients, it gives you exact instructions, dosages, and how to prepare them. And man, this isn't just about one lollipop. It's about a lost way of healing that actually worked. And if you don't check this out now, good luck finding it later, because they won't let this stay up for long.
He is right, guys. If you can see the orange, you're lucky. Just click it to get one.
Welcome to the Great Awakening, people.
you.